Hey guys, it's me, Lily Rose, and we are continuing on today in the book of Luke, still in chapter 9, picking it up in verse 44. It says, while everyone was marveling over the wonderful things he was doing, Jesus said to his disciples, "Listen to me, and remember what I say. The Son of Man is going to be betrayed." They didn't know what he meant. Its significance was hidden from them, so they could not understand it, and they were afraid to ask about it. So here, guys, they still think he's, they see him doing all these signs and wonders. They think he's building up like some kind of army or something, and he's going to be the next reigning king right there on earth then. They don't realize yet that he's coming to die on a cross for their sins and come and raise back to life. So he's giving them little tidbits along the way, little things to let them know in advance so that when that day comes, they're prepared. It says, then there was an argument among them as to which of them was the greatest. But Jesus knew their thoughts, so he brought a little child to his side. Then he said to them, anyone who welcomes a little child like this on my behalf welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes my Father who sent me. Whoever is the least among you is the greatest. So when you're out and about and you're in your life, in your church life, in your work life, whatever it is, and you're looking at these people in high stations above you, and they only welcome the elite, and you're feeling low on the totem pole, take heart. That's not necessarily a wrong thing, as long as you're welcoming in the least of these. The least of these is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So make sure that you're never leaving people out and you're telling everybody about the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. John said to Jesus, "Master, we saw someone using your name to cast out demons, and we tried to stop him because he was not in our group." Jesus said, "Don't stop him. Anyone who's not against you is for you." As the time grew near for his return to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem. He sent messengers ahead to Samaritan village to prepare for his arrival. But they were turned away. The people of the village refused to have anything to do with Jesus because he had resolved to go to Jerusalem. When James and John heard about it, they said to Jesus, "Lord, should we order fire from heaven and burn him up?" But Jesus turned and rebuked them. So they went on to another village. As they were walking along, someone said to Jesus, "I will follow you no matter where you go." But Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens to live in and birds have nests, but I, the Son of Man, have no home of my own, not even a place to lay my head." Are you ready to give it all up, right? That's what that's saying. Are you ready to give it all up for the sake of following Christ? He said to another person, "Come, be my disciple." The man agreed, but he said, "Lord, first let me go home and bury my father." Jesus replied, "Let those who are spiritually dead care for their own dead. Your duty is to go and preach the coming of the kingdom of God." Another said, "Yes, Lord, I will follow you, but first let me go say goodbye to my family." But Jesus told him, "Anyone who puts a hand to the plow and then looks back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven." That one struck me, guys, as I was reading it today earlier, because it reminds me that as we're on this walk with Christ and on this journey, sharing the gospel and living out our life for him, not to look back at the prior things before he saved us that we did and that we're not good, not going backwards but moving forward as we're on this journey. And I just encourage you, if you're struggling with something today, that you just lay it down at the Lord's feet and say, "You know what, I surrender this. I can't not do it anymore, but Lord, I trust you that you can take it away from me," and believe him for that. Believe him to change your heart and to change your mind and to change your life. I know he did that for me. I was involved in I was abused poorly as a child, and as a result of that, I took up drinking and different things to numb my pain and my hurt, and the Lord took that away from me. It took time. It wasn't like, oh, I got saved and suddenly everything got cleaned up and I was fine. No, but as I walked with him and as I followed him, those things began to fall off of us. So don't go backwards. Don't ever look back at those things and with desire or anything. Just keep looking forward to Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. Love y'all.